Muggy has a best lap time of 1:11.449. Renault-99 posted a 1:09.884 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Andreas Dittmann is getting to grips with the Estonia-25 in this practice session. Sunoiler posted 1:11.380 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping them up and hitting the road. Eat a Euro S like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, a Euro, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear, or even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
Hey Hal, you reckon these drivers ever get tired of going round and round during practice?
Well, Rob, repetition is the key. Every lap gives you data, insights, and an edge over the competition.
Mr. Bang is on their practice out lap. Renault-99 has a best lap time of 1:09.509. Jury U has a best lap time of 1:12.787. Muggy posted a 1:13.094 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Mr. Bang is on their first practice flying lap. Jury U posted 112.266 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Renault 99 has a best lap time of 109.509. Armand Sunoiler has a best lap time of 110.945. Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber a euro, where the top of the tire leans inwards a euro, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
You ever think about what's ticking inside a driver's noggin during these laps?
All the time. It's a mix of analyzing, strategizing, and adapting. Every corner, every straight is a puzzle, and they're trying to solve it at full speed.
Jury U posted a 114.765 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 204 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus 55 posted 109.268 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Armand Sunoiler has a best lap time of 110.687. Andreas Dittmann has a best lap time of 110.976. With just 202 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Andreas Dittman posted a 1:12.524 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Jerry Yu has a best lap time of 1:12.266. Armin Sunoiler posted 1:10.713 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with: roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
Hugh Jass is on their practice out lap. With just 199 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Hugh Jass is on their practice out lap. Jerry Yu has a best lap time of 1:12.013. Renault Per 99 has a best lap time of 1:09.278. Jury U posted 111.546 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lars posted a 109.145 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 110.491. So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a barbie, you gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
With just 194 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus55 posted 111.308 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 110.491. Jury U has a best lap time of 111.507. With just 192 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Armin Sunoiler posted 127.487 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Andreas Dittmann posted a 111.480 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Smells Like We has a best lap time of 110.315. You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it. Starting with that aero package, a Euro, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure, you tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you are Euro unstoppable.
Couldn't a Euro T have put it better? Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
Andreas Dittmann has a best lap time of 110.598. With just 189 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Jack M team is on their practice out lap. Huge Ass posted 112.188 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Jury U posted a 110.521 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 109.012. With just 186 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Lars has a best lap time of 109.040. Megasaurus 55 posted 235.993 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Smells Like We has a best lap time of 110.315. Smells Like We is on their outlap.
It's all about finding that balance between staying calm and focused, while also pushing the limits.
Armin Sunoiler has secured a respectable 5th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Armin Sunoiler has done a fantastic job to claim 5th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Muggy has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Muggy has positioned themselves impressively in 10th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Eddie G has completed their outlap. Eddie G has completed their outlap. Impressive display by Armin Sunoiler, currently sitting in position 5. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Armin Sunoiler has completed their outlap. Impressive work from Muggy, who has claimed 8th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining. Muggy has completed their outlap. Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. And there goes Eddie G, currently in position 4. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
You're spot on, Rob. Eddie's current position of 4th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Eddie G has just completed a lap in 109.039. Let's see if they can improve on their time further. A solid qualifying performance by Renault-99, positioning them in 6th at the moment. Renault-99 has completed their first flying lap in 109.800. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification session. Andreas Dittmann has just completed that lap in 1:11.047. Their best lap so far is 1:11.047, putting them in P7. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification session. Eddie G will be happy having put themselves into 1st in this qualifying session. It's an impressive showing by Renault-99, currently in 5th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Renault-99 will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session. A tough qualifying session for Hugh Jass. Hugh Jass has completed their outlap. It's been a challenging day for Smells Like We in qualifying. They currently sit in 11th position, which is not reflective of their true potential. With the session nearing its end, they'll need to push hard and extract every ounce of performance to improve their result. Smells Like We will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. It's been a struggle for Lars in qualifying. As of now, they find themselves in 13th position, which is well below their expectations. However, motorsport is unpredictable, and there's still an opportunity for them to shine and move up the grid. Lars has just completed a lap in 1:09.896. Let's see if they can improve on their time further. It hasn't been the best qualifying session for Muggy so far. Muggy has some work to do, as that 1:10.489 is only good enough for 10th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
It's been a challenging session for Hugh Jass. They're currently languishing in 11th position, which is not where they had envisioned themselves. But in motorsport, anything can happen, and with their skill and determination, they might still turn things around. Currently in 8th, Lars has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Lars will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
A disappointing performance from Muggy so far in this qualifying session. Muggy has some work to do, as that 1:10.377 is only good enough for 11th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
Roll Postma has put in a great effort and currently holds 5th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Absolutely, Rob. Roel Postma has shown great potential to secure 5th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Roll Postma will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Megasaurus55 will be happy having put themselves into 1st in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
Armin Sunoiler has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Armin Sunoiler has positioned themselves impressively in 10th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Jack M team has some work to do as that 109.177 is only good enough for 6th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
What a performance from Estonia-25. They currently occupy 5th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Not the ideal start for Jerry Yu in this qualifying session. Currently in 13th position, they'll be eager to put together a strong final lap to improve their standing. The pressure is on, and they'll need to deliver their best performance.
Absolutely, Rob. Jorg Yu is facing a challenging situation, but they have the skill and determination to turn things around. It's not over until the checkered flag, and they still have a chance to improve their result.
A solid performance from Hugh Jass as they currently hold position 10. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Hugh Jass's current position of 10th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
A strong showing from Estonia-25 as they currently sit in 5th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Estonia-25's current position of 5th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Estonia-25 will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Disappointing performance from Jerry Yu in this qualifying session. Currently in 13th position, they'll need to dig deep and find some extra speed to climb up the leaderboard and secure a better starting position for the race. Jerry Yu has some work to do as that 110.671 is only good enough for 12th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
A solid qualifying performance by Hugh Jass, positioning them in 10th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Absolutely, Rob. Hugh Jass has put in a remarkable effort to secure 10th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Hugh Jass has some work to do as that 109.550 is only good enough for 8th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
It's been a challenging day for Jerry Yu in qualifying. They currently sit in 12th position, which is not reflective of their true potential. With the session nearing its end, they'll need to push hard and extract every ounce of performance to improve their result.
I share your thoughts, Rob. Jorg Yu is facing a setback in this qualifying session, but they have the resilience to bounce back. They need to stay.
Jerry Yu has some work to do as that 110.443 is only good enough for 12th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Hugh Jass has some work to do as that 109.550 is only good enough for 8th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. It's been a struggle for Andreas Dittmann has some work to do as that 111.661 is only good enough for 13th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
A challenging session for Jury U so far. They're currently in 12th position, which is not where they wanted to be. But in motorsport, we've seen remarkable comebacks, and they'll be hoping to turn their fortunes around and secure a better result. It's an impressive. Lars will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session. Impressive work from Eddie G, who has claimed 2nd on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Eddie G has done a fantastic job to claim 2nd. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
A tough outing for Andreas Dittmann in qualifying today. They currently sit in 13th position, which is far from ideal. However, there's a chance for them to regroup, analyze their data, and make some adjustments to their setup to improve their result.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Andreas Dittmann is currently facing a challenging situation, but they have the skills and experience to tackle it head-on. They'll need to stay focused, trust in their abilities, and push themselves to the limit to turn things around.
Andreas Dittmann has some work to do as that 110.909 is only good enough for 13th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
Currently in 6th, Jack M team has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
I completely agree, Rob. Jack M team has positioned themselves impressively in 6th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Impressive display by Mr. Bang, currently sitting in position 10. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
You're spot on, Rob. Mr. Bang's current position of 10th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
And there goes Jack M team, currently in position 6. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Great analysis, Rob. Jack M team has shown excellent pace to secure 6th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Smells Like We has positioned themselves well in 9th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. Superman has completed their outlap. Incredible drive by Smells Like We so far, earning them 9th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Smells Like We's current position of 9th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Superman has put in a great effort and currently holds 8th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Megasaurus 55 will have the best seat in the house starting from pole position.
But they can't get cocky. This is AssettoCorsaFriends, and anything can happen.
Coming in at second, we have Eddie G.
It's like they're on the outside looking in. Can they make their way to the front of the pack?
At second, we have the one and only Lars. Bob's your uncle, and we're racing. Now, who's got the moxie and the moves to leave the others for dust?
Avoiding contact while trying to gain position is essential. The first lap is often where we see incidents that can change the course of the race.
The drivers are jockeying for position. Lars will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position. Having started in 14, Andreas Dittmann will be looking to establish themselves in this race. The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one. There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is looking to get off to a good start. Sitting in third, it's Renault-25.
They are in a good place to mount a good challenge come the first corner.
Starting just behind the front runners in fifth place is the determined driver, Roel Postma.
I'm sure Roel Postma will be expecting to bring home solid points from here. Did we just witness?
Hold on a moment, things don't look to be going Roel Postma's way, as already they are into the pits. They're going for the same piece of tarmac. Sparks are flying as they battle for position, daring each other to brake later and go deeper into the corners.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. The elite drivers truly stand out in moments like these. They have a sixth sense for identifying weaknesses and capitalizing on them with surgical precision.
The battle for two is heating up as Lars tries to catch Megasaurus 55 in P2. Hold your breath, folks. These drivers are showing exceptional car control, threading the needle through tight corners. It's a battle for supremacy.
Exactly, Rob. It's like a high-stakes chess match on wheels. These drivers...
Hold on a second. This is a disaster for Smells Like We in the Estonia-25 coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. Muggy is looking to take advantage of that aero as they get in range of Smells Like We. That's going to give them the pull they need to mount a challenge very soon.
Absolutely. Smells Like We is really making that car as wide as possible, not giving Muggy an inch of space. It's going to take something special for Muggy to get past him.
Hope Megasaurus 55 hasn't got stage fright, because Lars has booked a front row seat to the show.
Every time Megasaurus 55 checks that mirror, they've got to be thinking strategy.
Spot on. It's like a chess match at 300 kilometers per hour. Hold on to your hats. Armin Sunoiler is gunning for Andreas Dittmann. Braking development. Oh dear, Mr. Bane has had an incident. Tell ya what, Lars has got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing that gap and breathing down the neck of Megasaurus 55. Hope Megasaurus 55 brought the aero guard. Cause is about to get bitten. This is what separates the best from the rest. These drivers are demonstrating their racecraft, searching for any weakness to exploit. It's a true test of skill. Mate, are they packing something extra down under? Megasaurus 55's just rocketed into second. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Renault-25 is proper nipping at Megasaurus 55's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
Hey Rob, ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what Renault-25 is doing to Megasaurus 55 right now, doesn't it?
A great pass for Renault-25 as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Megasaurus 55 has lost ground.
Definitely. but there's still a long way to go in this race, and anything can happen. Renault-25 needs to keep driving with focus and intensity.
No room for error here. AccouncerBot is breathing down the neck of Renault-25, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. This is what high-octane racing looks like. Superman is breathing down the neck of AccouncerBot, not giving him any room to relax. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
Can they close up enough for a pass? I don't see it personally.
And Armin Sunoiler has just won the place from Puppy Dog from Hell.
This race is heating up faster than a Barbie in summer. Armin Sunoiler's got that winning glint.
Hey, Hal, you've had your fair share of races with little action. How did you handle the situation back in your racing day? Stop the press, boy. Huge Ass tried to pull a Steve Irwin and wrestle with the track limits. Track 1, Huge Ass 0. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
If Superman gets any closer, they might as well ask AccouncerBot for a piggyback ride.
This chase is as intense as a cricket match during the Ashes.
Cricket? I thought that was just a noisy bug. But seriously, it's like Game 7 of the World Series here.
A great moment for Jerry Yu, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
You know, back in Carolina, we say, go big or go home. Looks like Jorg Yu took that to heart, hitting 6.
You know, Armin Sunoiler hold on a moment, Armin Sunoiler's off the track. Reminds me of my first car, a real lemon. Drove straight but only in reverse.
Whoops, Armin Sunoiler is going to be kicking themselves.
Look at Eddie G trying to close the gap on Superman. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party. It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Eddie G is really walking that tightrope.
Hold on to your stubbies. Huge Ass is closing in on Puppy Dog from Hell like a bachelor at the end of a Bucks night. Hope Puppy Dog from Hell either brought some lube or protection.
This isn't just racing, it's art in motion. And Huge Ass is painting a masterpiece in pursuit.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
That's right, Rob. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seat.
Braking development. Well, that was a proper Barbie flip by Smells Like Weed. Too much snagger, not enough bun. Oi, Armin Sunoiler is on Andreas Dittmann like a drop bear on an unsuspecting tourist.
Drop bear? Had to Google that one. But yeah, here it's like a linebacker on a quarterback sack.
It's neck and neck. The closest battle we've seen in a while.
This is what separates the good from the great. The ability to stay focused and perform under pressure.
As a former driver, Hal, how did you manage the physical demands of racing?
It's all about preparation, Rob. Drivers undergo rigorous fitness training to build their strength, stamina, and flexibility. A proper diet and hydration plan is also essential to ensure peak performance on race day.
Blimey, Andreas Dittmann's gunning it in 11th. Just a whisker behind Armin Sunoiler. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild.
Every twist, every turn, it's like a tango at 200 miles per hour. Who'll take the lead?
Puppy Dog from Hell wants to get into huge ass slipstream. During your racing career, Hal, did you have any specific techniques to regain concentration if you felt it slipping?
Yes, Rob, I had a few techniques. One was to take a couple of deep breaths and briefly reset my focus. Another was to use a specific keyword or phrase as a mental trigger to refocus my mind on the task at hand.
It's hotter out there than an Aussie summer day, mate. Reckon Mr. Bang can catch some shade behind Andreas Dittmann? F.
Shade? Here, we call that drafting. Let's see if they can stay cool and make a move. If not, there's always the AC in the pit.
Breaking alert. Crikey. Eddie G thought they were on a Boomerang's flight path. Only problem? Didn't come back. You reckon Jack M Team's got a shot, mate?
I'd say it's like trying to throw a football into a moving pickup truck from 50 yards. Tough, but not impossible. Will Jack M Team be able to make a move and pass your U?
Gee whiz. Andreas Dittmann is breathing down Mr. Bang's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Mr. Bang's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
The only thing closer than Andreas Dittmann to Mr. Bang right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
This is what it's all about, folks. Eddie G is in hot pursuit of Andreas Dittmann, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Boy, Rob, wouldn't want to be in Andreas Dittmann's shoes right now, would y'all? Talk about a pressure cooker situation.
The adrenaline is pumping as Andreas Dittmann gets within striking distance of Eddie G in their race for 11th. Superb driving from Andreas Dittmann, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Heartbreak for Andreas Dittmann as they slip down the field.
Hold the horses. Looks like Andreas Dittmann's decided to give the rest a fighting chance, slid him down a tad.
This is a thrilling battle as Jack M Team edges closer to Jerry U in their fight for P5.
Who will be able to maintain their pace and come out on top?
Oh, the chase is on. Lars is breathing down the neck of Renault-25.
The gap between them is just over 0.9 seconds. Can Lars close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
Whoa there. Jack M Team is sticking to Jerry U like glue. You reckon Jerry U's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Jack M Team gaining places and Jerry U losing them. The way these cars grip the track is incredible. It's all about downforce. They're stuck to it like a piece of gum to the bottom of a school desk.
Now that's an analogy I get. But why is your gum always under the desks?
Phew, talk about foreplay. Lars and Renault-25 are really teasing us here. I haven't seen this much anticipation since my first day. It's a thrilling pursuit as Eddie G is right behind Mr. Bang, keeping the pressure on for 10th place. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Just like my hope in finding the one, Jack M Team's direction seems a bit lost right now.
Well, butter my biscuit. Jack M Team just did the hokey pokey right in the middle of the race.
Oh, this is getting intense. Puppy Dog from Hell is just behind Armin Sanola. With a move that's swift, I'd say Puppy Dog from Hell's running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit.
Hold onto your hats, folks. Puppy Dog from Hell's charging like a bull in a china shop. Welcome to 7th, Cowboy.
So, Hal, considering the high speeds and split-second decision-making involved in racing, what's the impact of even a minor lapse in concentration?
A minor lapse in concentration can have significant consequences, Rob. It could lead to an off-track excursion, a loss of position, or even a collision. That's why it's crucial for drivers to stay focused and alert throughout the race.
Wait, tough break for Puppy Dog from Hell, who has just lost a position.
Well, change is the only constant. And in this dance, Puppy Dog from Hell is certainly keeping us on our toes with that position shift.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
Should things go south between Andreas Dittmann and Puppy Dog from Hell, we might witness a high-speed game of bumper cars, but trust me, it's way less fun with real race cars.
It's pedal to the metal for Andreas Dittmann, while Puppy Dog from Hell's still flipping through the radio channels.
Yes, but they have to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. Andreas Dittmann needs to stay focused and keep driving with skill and determination.
Oh, this is getting intense. Puppy Dog from Hell is just a few car lengths behind Andreas Dittmann. Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Eddie G is sniffing around Mr. Bang like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of Abe. The gap between Renault-25 and Megasaurus 55 is razor thin as they vie for second in this nail-biting contest. The action is non-stop as Puppy Dog from Hell shadows Andreas Dittmann through every twist and turn, determined to claim 10th.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Puppy Dog from Hell to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
Big gains for Puppy Dog from Hell as they move up the field, leaving Andreas Dittmann behind.
Absolutely. Puppy Dog from Hell is showing great pace and determination, but they can't get too confident. There are still plenty of challenges ahead.
Boy, someone tell Puppy Dog from Hell this isn't a Sunday Arvo drive to the Bottle O. Andreas Dittmann's making him look a bit slow out of the gate.
Daggone, Puppy Dog from Hell spinning their wheels like a chicken with its head cut off. And Andreas Dittmann, like a kid in a candy store, leading the pack.
It's an intense battle for position as Jack M Team tries to outmaneuver Puppy Dog from Hell. This is edge of your seat racing.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? Jack M Team or Puppy Dog from Hell? This is high-stakes racing.
Gee whiz, Jack M Team's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking. From the cockpit to the pit lane, the chatter is all about Mr. Bang's masterful hold on the ninth.
Definitely. But they can't get too comfortable. There are plenty of other drivers who are gunning for that position, and Mr. Bang has to keep pushing to stay on the pace.
The intensity is off the charts as Puppy Dog from Hell hounds Jack M Team, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
And the drivers know it too, Rob. They're giving it everything they've got, and you can see them pushing the limits of the car's capabilities.
Puppy Dog from Hell's falling behind Jack M Team at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. Jack M Team is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing.
Braking update. It looks like Renault-25 has been called into the pits. The chase music's playing in Jack M Team's head as they reel in Muggy, moment by nail-biting moment. The race is heating up as Renault-99 in 7th closes in on Armin Sunoiler. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they're going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Disappointing for Renault-99, they now find themselves in 8th.
Well, slap my knee and call it a dance. Renault-99's taken a little sidestep there.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Puppy Dog from Hell is closing in on Jack M Team.
It's hotter than a jalapeno out here. If Puppy Dog from Hell gets any closer to Jack M Team, we're gonna need to put this stream on OnlyFans.
As we enjoy seeing these titans of the track battle it out, let's not forget about the pit crews. Those guys and girls are like a well-oiled machine themselves.
Absolutely. They're the unsung heroes of the racing world. But you know what they say, behind every great driver is an even greater pit crew.
As the laps wind down, the hunt intensifies. Jack M Team is lurking, ready to unleash an overtaking masterclass on Muggy. Alright, hold your horses. Andreas Dittmann is really putting the heat on Puppy Dog from Hell. If I were Puppy Dog from Hell, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
It's like David vs Goliath out there. Andreas Dittmann just slung a stone and gained ground, while Puppy Dog from Hell is left searching for footing.
Well, it's not just about speed, it's about strategy. But right now, Andreas Dittmann's showing a masterclass in both.
You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in that tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Hey, ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
With every twist and turn, Jack M Team is shadowing Muggy, waiting to pounce like a lion on the hunt.
In this high-speed game of chess, it's all about strategy. Who will make the next move?
Cricky, Renault-99's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate. The gap between Renault-99 and Eddie G is widening. It's now up to 6.1 seconds. As a former racing driver, how important is the relationship between a driver and their team during a race?
It's absolutely crucial, Rob. The team provides valuable information and support, helping the driver make the right decisions on track. A strong bond between the driver and the team can be the difference between winning and losing.
Wait, well, crikey. Andreas Dittmann's taken a detour just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage.
Well, slap my head and call me silly. Andreas Dittmann just made a doozy of a blunder.
We got a close battle as Megasaurus-55 closes in on Lars. The best laid plans of mice and men, haha, but it's certainly not going to plan for Megasaurus-55 right now as they are struggling to keep up with Lars. Puppy Dog from Hell stuffed it up. They're gonna need more than a coldie to forget that one.
That maneuver from Puppy Dog from Hell? Just like my attempt at DIY car mods. Ambitious, but not quite right.
The pursuit is on. Megasaurus-55 is closing the gap on Lars, determined to claim P1.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Megasaurus-55's making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on Lars.
Bloody oath, Megasaurus 55 is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Lars down to a scant 0.3 seconds. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Eddie's inching ever closer to Armin Sunoiler. Well, don't come the raw prawn. Eddie's giving it some stick, pulling Armin Sunoiler into a mere 0.7 seconds.
This is where the pressure really starts to build. Both drivers will need to stay calm and focused if they want to come out on top.
The strategy plays such a crucial role, doesn't it? Choosing when to pit, what tyre compound to use. It's like a high-speed chess game out there.
Exactly. And to think they're making these decisions on the fly, with so many variables at play. It's a mix of intuition, experience, and sheer guts. Kudos to the team strategists and drivers alike.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Eddie G is right on the heels of Armin Sunoiler, and we're in for a wild ride. Eddie's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Armin Sunoiler. It's like chasing a roux on a motorbike. With steely determination and laser focus, Lars is homing in on Megasaurus 55. The battle lines are drawn. Armin Sunoiler wants to close that gap with Eddie G. Someone's revved up after lunch. Armin Sunoiler's blitzed ahead, claiming 6th. Things are getting spicy as Eddie G is breathing down Armin Sunoiler's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
This battle between Eddie G and Armin Sunoiler is so intense, you could cut the tension with a knife, or should I say, with a front wing.
Buckle up. Lars is all over Megasaurus 55 like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
Lars is following Megasaurus 55 so closely, they could start charging them rent for occupying the same space on the track.
It's a game of inches now as Armin Sunoiler tails Eddie G closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Armin Sunoiler is definitely living on the edge today.
Wow, Megasaurus 55 is really pushing hard to catch up to Lars. There's blood in the water for first place.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Megasaurus 55 gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
It's not coming up roses for Megasaurus 55, they're trailing Lars and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response, it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. Hold that thought, hold the phone. Oh mate, Jerry Hughes impersonating a lost tourist. Did someone forget to tell them it's a race, not a bushwalk? It's a close race between Megasaurus 55 and Lars in first.
One wrong move and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Megasaurus 55 and Lars, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
Fair dinkum, mate. Megasaurus 55's got to pull their socks up. Wait, oof, Lars misjudged that corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon. Things are heating up as Eddie G closes in on Jerry Yu. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
Eddie G is so close to Jorg Yu that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango.
Hold on to your hats. Muggy is gunning for roll postma. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
It's going to be a close one. Muggy will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. Muggy's just breezed into 11th.
Well, slap my knee and call it a jamboree. Muggy's putting on a masterclass, storming into 11th.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Eddie G is proper nipping at Jerry U's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Eddie G is putting the pressure on your U. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with every turn.
Who needs speed dating when you've got Renault-99 chasing down Eddie G this eagerly? Move over Tinder. This is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour. The gap between Jerry U and Eddie G is growing. It's now up to 0.4 seconds. Wait, a tough moment for Jerry U, who has just lost a place, dumping them down to 7th.
Such position changes can be deceptive. It might look like a setback for your U, but seasoned viewers know better. The race is far from over.
Looks like Renault-99's car has turned into a mobile, no vacancy sign, and Jerry U is looking for a room. You won't find cheap rent here, mate. No room for error here. Armin Sunoiler is breathing down the neck of Jerry U, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. Now that's how it's done. Armin Sunoiler rips through the track, while Jerry U watches the taillights fade.
Talk about turbocharged ambition. Armin Sunoiler's got the afterburners on full blast today.
As Jerry U trails Mr. Bang, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind. Stone the Crows. Jerry U's pulled a sneaky, landing at 10th. Always a surprise with them.
We've seen your U in such situations before. A temporary descent, but always with an eye on the bigger picture.
Breaking update. Well, Superman's decided to give the local wildlife a closer look. I hope the drop bears didn't get to them. Superman is in the pits. Jerry U is on a mission, chasing Muggy, who's desperately trying to stay ahead. Breaking development. Huge ass has pulled into the pits. This is what high-octane racing looks like. Jerry U is breathing down the neck of Muggy, not giving him any room to relax. Great driving from Jerry U, who has just gained a place and moved up to 10th.
Man, if racing was a barbecue.
Sorry to interrupt here, but Armin Sunoiler has decided to pit. There's no escape now. Superman is breathing fire and has locked onto Renault-99's tail.
I've seen molasses move faster than this. Just kidding, but Superman's surely making Renault-99 feel the heat. It's a southern summer showdown out here.
This race is, hold on a moment, it looks like Lars has been called into the pits. Every move counts now as Renault-99 works to reel in Superman and overtake for P4.
This is where every inch counts. Renault-99 is pushing hard to close the gap on Superman. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Crikey. Renault-99 incident alert. Lars is pitting. Every gear shift, every pedal push, Armin Sunoiler's got one goal in mind, capturing roll post miss spot. Braking development. Jerry U has pulled into the pits. Superman is giving it their all as they chase down Eddie G in P2. The gap between Superman and Eddie G is getting smaller. In your experience, incident alert, what a move. Superman has moved up to second. I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Renault-25 and Eddie G. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning.
The stopwatch doesn't lie, and the shrinking gap is telling a tale of a hunter closing in on its prize.
They're giving it everything they've got. It's a battle of nerves as they push the limits of adhesion, going wheel to wheel in a thrilling display of racing prowess. Talk about being caught in the middle. Superman is sandwiched between their rivals, Renault-25 0.1 seconds behind and Eddie G 0.1 seconds ahead. The battle for position is on. Eddie G has the pedal to the metal, chasing Renault-25. These engines aren't just humming for fun. They're thirstier than an Aussie after a game of cricket in the sun.
Cricket? That's like baseball with longer games, right? Anyway, these engines do have a roar that could rival any muscle car back home.
Hold up a mo. Eddie G is in the pits. Eddie G is placed fourth at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of. Hold on a second, Mr. Bang has decided to pit. Hold up a mo. It looks like Eddie G has been called into the pits. Oh no, what's this? Mr. Bang is pitting. Huge asses so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind. As the sun beats down and the engines roar, Roll Postma stakes a claim in 10th.
Couldn't agree more.
Incident alert, Mr. Bang is in the pits. It may seem like Eddie G is far behind, but huge ass can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Eddie G an opening to catch up. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
The chase between Roel Postma and Mr. Bang is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
Fair dinkum. Roll Postma's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. It's looking good for Roll Postma, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Mr. Bang. Oof, if Renault-25 was a kangaroo, they'd be roadkill by now. Come on, mate, put some pep in that step. How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind? Even I'm not that self-sabotaging. Bugger me, Mr. Bang's got their thongs stuck in the mud. Meanwhile, Roll Postma is off like a bucket of prawns in the sun. The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit and it's going to make for some exciting racing. Eddie's drifting so far back, it's like looking in the mirror after a decade-long pub binge. Time's not been kind, mate.
Exactly, Eddie's got to be careful not to overdrive. Sort of like overcooking a steak. No one wants a burnt race, right?
Eddie G and Hugh Jass have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 1.6 seconds now. Good on ya, Jerry you. Not letting Puppy Dog from Hell get too comfy up front. Reckon he's planning a bit of a "g'day mate" on the next corner? Jerry Yu is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Puppy Dog from Hell at the moment. Blimey, Eddie's more eager to catch Hugh Jass than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase. Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Eddie G, lagging behind Hugh Jass and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. Armand Sunoiler's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast, and at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
Look, Armand Sunoiler's pace is a lot like my dance moves. Good intentions, questionable execution.
Armand Sunoiler is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Mr. Bang to 11.4 seconds.
Lukey here, Armand Sunoiler's got the optimal differential settings, allowing for tighter corner exits. It's like watching a cat chase a laser pointer when they chase Mr. Bang.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Eddie G is chasing Hugh Jass in P7.
Sweet tea and biscuits. Eddie's got the pedal to the metal, chasing down Hugh Jass like it's the last slice of pie at a family reunion. Stone the crows. Eddie's going faster than a roo on the hop. Hugh Jass has got to step up their game now. Well, I'll be. Eddie's burning rubber like they're late for a hoedown. Hugh Jass has got their work cut out for them.
Fantastic racing on show here today, and it's not just the top drivers who are impressing us. Even the drivers at the back of the pack are putting up a good fight, battling it out for every position.
It's a testament to the level of competition at AssettoCorsaFriends. Even the smallest mistake can cost you valuable seconds, or even lead to a crash. But these drivers are up to the challenge, and they're giving it their all. It's clear that AssettoCorsaFriends really is the place to be for top quality racing.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? I swear, Eddie's on the prowl, making that leap to 7th look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue.
Y'all ever see a hot rod at a country fair? Eddie's giving me those vibes right now with that ascent.
Some say it's about the journey, not the destination. But Jack M team seems pretty intent on that 5th spot. A commanding performance from Jack M team, who has increased their lead over Hugh Jass, putting them firmly in their rearview mirrors. But could they be pushing too hard? As with that comes the risk of overconfidence and losing control. Who will be the first to get too cocky and end up in the wall?
It's really looking like Jack M team is going to be tough to pass today. They're driving with real confidence and authority.
The crowd is on tender hooks as Eddie G in 7th chases after Hugh Jass. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Eddie G find a way to catch up?
It's a nail-biting race for sure, with both drivers showing incredible skill and determination. But Hugh Jass is not going to give up their position easily. This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Eddie G and P7 doing everything they can to catch up.
If I had $1 for every time Lars closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, Renopa 99, the thunder from down under is coming.
With a gap tighter than a new pair of jeans, Lars is pushing that Estonia-25 to its limits. He's got that racer's instinct, looking for that sweet spot to pounce on Renault-25.
Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Lars for nabbing third.
Dang, if Lars keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to third.
Eddie G is running 7th. They are trying to catch huge ass.
It's like watching a hawk circling its prey, waiting for the right moment to swoop.
Speaking of gambles, mate, what's your take on these mid-race fuel stop strategies? I reckon it's like deciding when to throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Timing is everything, like deciding when to pull out the moonshine at a family reunion. Wait too long, and you'll miss the party.
Things are heating up as Eddie G tries to close the gap to huge ass.
The gap between them is just over 0.5 seconds. Who will have the speed and skill to come out on top?
Watching Renault-25 try to close that gap on Lars is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes.
Lordy, it's like Renault-25's driving with a boot full of moonshine. I haven't seen a gap that big since Uncle Jeb lost his front teeth.
Look at that, Eddie G is hot on the tail of huge ass. It seems like Eddie G is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace.
Can Eddie G refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they are capable of?
Looks like Muggy is chasing Roll Postma harder than a croc chasing a tourist who's lost their thongs. It's a bit of a long shot, but we all remember that one time at the pub, right?
Hoo boy, Muggy needs to kick it into high gear. Right now, they're slower than molasses in January or my cousin Earl trying to solve a crossword.
You know, the way these racers manage their fuel is an art in itself. Reminds me of when I'm trying to eke out the last bit of sauce from a Vegemite jar.
Vegemite again? Man, I'd rather run on empty. But yeah, getting that fuel strategy right is like pacing yourself at a southern buffet. Go too hard too fast, and you won't make it to the pecan pie.
Remember when Lars was on the pace? Neither do I kinda like my recollection of last Friday night.
Sweet mercy, Lars is lagging like my grandma's old computer. Might be time to reboot, or at least pour some coffee into the gas tank.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed.
It's a game of strategy now as Lars hunts down Superman. Yes, it's all about choosing the right moments to push and when to conserve energy, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike.
Lars has just put in a faster lap than Superman, so that's going to give them something to worry about. Crikey, that overtake by Lars was smoother than a coldie on a hot summer day.
Well, from what I've seen on the oval tracks, that's how the big leagues play. But I gotta admit, this is next level.
This is edge of the seat stuff. Lars is relentlessly hunting down Superman. Who'll blink first?
With just 0.6 seconds between them. Will Lars be able to keep up the pace and make a pass?
Mate, Lars is creeping up on Superman like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear. This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Huge ass will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops.
Yeehaw, it's like Hugh Jass took a detour through the drive-thru. With a gap that big, I hope they ordered extra determination with a side of grit.
The race is really heating up. Lars is hunting down Superman with everything they've got. It's game on now. Lars has closed the gap to Superman. It's now down to 0.2 seconds. It's neck and neck. The closest battle we've seen in a while. Fantastic move from Mr. Bang, who has just gained a position.
I tell ya, Mr. Bang's hotter than a peppered pickle right now. Bold and spicy, claiming ninth like a champ.
Stop the press. Muggy has decided to pit. The pressure is on for Lars as they try to catch up to Superman. Boy, Lars is hotter than a summer Barbie right now. Wonder if Superman's feeling a bit exposed?
As long as Lars can maintain that consistency and pace, it will be interesting to see.
The race has its rhythm, and right now, Jack M team is dancing to its beat at 5th. Gee whiz. Lars is breathing down Superman's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Superman's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
Lars is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 1.79 seconds down.
Can Lars refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they are capable of?
You reckon Renault-25 saw a spider in the cockpit? 'Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central.
Well, shoot, if Renault-99 was any more laid back, they'd be horizontal. Reckon they're daydreaming of those cheerleaders again?
Lars could be looking for a way up the inside of Superman. Hold on a moment, Jack M team has pulled into the pits. Good on ya, Renault-99. Trailing so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy. This is what it's all about, folks. Superman is in hot pursuit of Lars, who's just trying to stay ahead. As rubber meets road, and strategy meets luck, Eddie G is etching their story in 5th. Hold on a moment, it looks like Jack M team has been called into the pits. By the looks of it, Superman in 3rd is keen to throw another shrimp on the Barbie and crank up the heat on Lars. Hold on to your stubbies.
This ain't a track, it's a coliseum, and the gladiators are putting on one hell of a show.
Stone the crows. Superman's managed to trim that gap with last. Must be the slipstream effect on this straighter Euro, or maybe they've put down that beer. We've seen overtakes, close calls, and pure racing genius today. Currently, Jury U has carved out a spot at 10th. Like a scene from a thriller, Superman's on Lars's tail, hungry for that spot. Well, I'll be a monkey's Uncle Hal, but Superman's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with Lars. You know, Hal, during a long race like this, how easy is it for a driver to experience a lapse in concentration?
It can be quite easy, Rob. With so many factors to consider and the intense focus required, even the most experienced drivers can have a momentary lapse. That's why mental training and staying in the zone are so important.
In a world where milliseconds matter, Jury U's grasp on the 10th speaks volumes.
That's right. They can't afford to make any mistakes or let up in their performance. Every point counts in this championship.
As fast as a cut snake, Jury U is moving away from Muggy.
Seems like Jorg U has got the wind in their sails, but will Muggy be able to weather the storm?
Watching the drivers handle their cars is like watching a croc handler at a wildlife show. There's a finesse to it. But one wrong move, and you're in a world of hurt.
Oh, for sure. It's like trying to rope a bull in a rodeo. It looks easy from the stands, but up close, it's all about skill, timing, and knowing when it's about to let go.
It looks like Roll Postma is pushing hard to catch up to Hugh Jass. The gap is over a second, but Roll Postma is not giving up just yet. Can they close the distance and make a move on Hugh Jass? Oh no, what's this? Oh, Roll Postma went off track. I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend.
It's a real shame. Until this point in the race they've been looking at a decent result.
Looks like Superman's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. The excitement is palpable. This is going to be a race for the ages.
The drivers are executing their strategies to perfection, making the most of every opportunity. This is what top-level racing is all about.
Tell ya what, Superman is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today. Well, it doesn't look like Hugh Jass is going to be much of a threat to anyone soon, let alone Eddie G. Truth, Hugh Jass is not here to muck about. The gap to Eddie G is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 3.6 seconds.
Holy smokes. Hugh Jass is extracting every ounce of horsepower from that power unit. They're tailing Eddie G tighter than a belt after Thanksgiving dinner.
At this stage of the race, Jury U is holding on to 10th. Anything can happen from here. It's all about consistency for Muggy, who is currently 11th. Wait, bloody hell. Muggy just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something. The gap between Roll Postma and Mr. Bang is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Roll Postma to bring Mr. Bang into play.
It's like Roel Postma's out on the open highway and Mr. Bang's still getting directions at the last gas station. Got a bit of catching up to do.
The gap between Roll Postma and Mr. Bang is getting smaller. It's now down to 1.7 seconds. It's a battle of wills out there, with Superman trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Lars. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race? By crikey, Superman's lap time is like a cold beer on a hot day, absolutely smashing. Lars, you need a moment to recover?
Sweet tea on a hot day. Superman's laying it down track style. Lars, you watching those rear views?
A strong showing from Jack M team, who is currently 11th.
Indeed, but in the fast lane, there is no time to relax. Jack M team's grip on 11th will be tested.
Impressive stuff from Jack M team, who has managed to pull away from Muggy, leaving them choking in their exhaust fumes. With the asphalt burning beneath them, Eddie's strategy seems to be working, placing them in 5th. Eddie G is really belting along the track, leaving Hugh Jass struggling to keep pace.
That's right, Rob, if Hugh Jass doesn't pick up the pace, they might as well be moving at a snail's pace. Eddie's as cool as a cucumber out there, making it tough for Hugh Jass to catch up.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Armin Sunoiler trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Mr. Bang. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Armin Sunoiler close in enough to mount a challenge? As of now, Megasaurus 55 stands tall in the first spot.
Absolutely, and they need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
Megasaurus 55's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Lars. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing.
Megasaurus 55's doing just what they need to, like a dog that's found a bone.
Any bloke or Sheila saying AssettoCorsaFriends isn't top-notch is a few kangaroos short of the top paddock. Out there, it's art. Art on wheels.
Totally get you. Like, they're born racers. That weaving, the speed? Just mesmerizing. It's like watching a roo dodging a ute on a highway. All skill, mate. All skill. Oh, for sure. But remember, the rearview mirror can be just as crucial as the windscreen. Jack M team needs to watch out for those lurking in the shadows.
The leader has done it. What an incredible performance from Megasaurus 55, who was simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books. Lars never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish.
Brilliant. Lars showed great skill and determination to take second place.
What a race from Superman. They kept their cool and secured a well-earned third place on the podium. Renault per 99, Roll Postner, Mr. Bang, and Armin Sunoiler brings home 4th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. 10th is Jury U. Eddie G claim 5th. Jack M team end in 11th. Hugh Jass takes 6th. Followed by Andreas Dittmann in 13th. With Muggy in 12th.